Aquarius, this is your reflect on mid-month of March 2022. So Aquarius, I'm going to pull 6 cards, and we're also going to look at the bottom of the deck. So we'll get about 7 different blends of energy from the tarot cards in order to see what has come to pass. That way we can reflect on it, see where we grew, where the maturity happened, and we can move forward and finish up the month. So let's get your 6 cards. So we have the High Priestess in reverse here. So definitely what has come to pass the start of the month of March for you, Aquarius, is I'm hearing that the downloads for you have been coming in, but there's something that hasn't been quite clear here. And perhaps that you have almost ignored or become distant or turned off any kind of messages coming in, or didn't pay too much attention. Perhaps lack of energy or distraction, or not really having the ability to kind of go within or set still. So definitely take what resonates from the read and leave the rest. And then we have the Ace of Cups here in the reverse. So there's been some almost a turning off of the senses for you, Aquarius, and you're very sensory in your energy. So it's as if there has been become some sort of ultimate detachment from emotions, from intuition, from insight, and whatever the cause of this, you'll know for you, Aquarius. But moving forward, the reason why I do these reads to reflect on is to see where we're at, so it can kind of create some sort of milestone, and we can see where we need to pay more attention to finish up the month, or if I do a reflect on the entire month or the entire year, it's just kind of a recap. That way we can understand any kind of lesson that was presented, that we were resistant to, whatnot, so we can just move forward with more clarity. And we have the Ten of Cups here in reverse. So definitely almost turned off to any kind of new opportunities, kind of standing your ground where you're not allowing for any emotional fulfillment, any intuition to allow you to channel something that can make you feel a certain kind of way. You're very guarded with your emotions, Aquarius, and you become really detached in a way where things haven't seemed clear, and it has affected your ability to almost personify outward some sort of love. That is perhaps because of this need to almost guard. I feel like for you, there has been this energy that almost feels depleting the past couple weeks, the start of March for you, because why I say this is with these reversals, the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Cups, it's almost as if you feel as if you've been taken advantage of, and others, or even just these outside energetic forces that are unseen by the naked eye, have been almost taking from you and not really giving back. So that's why you've detached, and it's almost as if it's been some sort of defense mechanism for you to cope moving forward, which is totally understandable. However, that is what's going on. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So definitely needing some nurturing, and also kind of doing, like I said, this defense mechanism was activated for you. Whether you knew you were doing it intentionally or not, it turned on because you needed to kind of step back and take care of self and focus on your earthly responsibilities and your nurturing quality to self, because otherwise you would have felt very unstable. So that's what has been going on. And then we have the King of Swords here in reverse. So definitely there could have been some conversations going on that kind of made you feel a certain kind of way. So what I'm hearing is there's been some talk about your value, and it's almost made you kind of reassess how you feel about your own value and what you bring to the table, and your own self-worth here, and your ability to feel loved ultimately, and have this underlying self-validation that you are appreciated in what you do here. So definitely you trying to find your footing here and maintain some sort of stable ground, because there has been some things that you've heard, and also there could have been some tests that came up from someone that you respect or that was in a higher authority than you, that gave you some sort of critique, so it kind of took you back a little bit. Which the critique probably came in and it could have been a little harsh, however, definitely needed. That way you can grow from it ultimately. So let's get one more card. And we have the Three of Pentacles here in the upright. So Aquarius, definitely there's something that has been, it's a foundation that you've been trying to build, and you've been going outside yourself to almost get some sort of validation from others, whether or not the foundation that you're trying to build is solid for you. Because what I'm seeing from this spread, and then we have the Seven of Cups here upright at the bottom, is elaborating on the details of needing to find some answers, needing to find some solutions, needing to find some advice, but who has the advice where it's going to help you find these answers you're searching for? Because it's almost as if there's going to be certain messages from others that you'll be able to receive, and there's going to be some things from others that aren't going to make sense to you, aren't going to be receivable, and you just won't even understand. So that's not the source that you need to listen to. So my advice to you, what this whole energy and this whole message is for you to reflect on that has come to pass for this mid-month of March, is that whatever kind of advice you get from certain individuals that are just in a place in their life where they're just have more wisdom to share, or just feeling that they can share some wisdom because they're not thinking about their own challenges, right? The ones that share the message with you that you'll be able to receive easily and effortlessly is the advice that I would take. So Aquarius, that is your reflect on the mid-month of March 2022. As always, take care and love.